talk about
It's
Kevin
maximum
Hart's roast.
blackness.
That was a big thing over the past few weeks, and from jokes about George Floyd all the way to Cheryl Underwood's dead husband, it's been getting a lot of backlash. Have you seen that going around, Simone?
I did. I actually made sure to watch it in its totality so I would be able to speak on it.
You
I'm
got
not
to.
gonna lie, I laughed a lot. I have a dark
Mhm.
sense of humor. So some of that stuff was funny. I'm, and then too, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit older. So I came up when comedians could go there. It was all
Uh
about the shock
huh.
factor. It was really about the shock factor. Like, you know what I mean? And you could say
Yeah.
whatever you wanted to say, you wouldn't get canceled. Somebody might, little feelings. Can you believe he said that? You got to think about Eddie Murphy,
Yes.
Fred Sanford,
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney. You know what I'm saying? Like feelings, Bernie Mac.
Who had feelings? Because you couldn't have back then. Like, who cared about feelings? Nobody was canceling anybody for stuff like that. So they're like trying to ask, like, is comedy pretty much like where they're allowed to take it too far, even in this day and age, and it still be okay, or are we using that? Or is it a bad thing that we are allowing comedians to use the trauma of different communities for laughter?
I believe us, since we're talking about maximum blackness, we
Hmm.
have learned how to laugh at trauma, at tragedy. Now, because this the thing about this, nobody can grieve like us.
Yeah.
When something happens, we're gonna pass out, we're gonna go, we're going in. But
We
once we
feeling it.
cry and once we dry our tears, then what we do at the repast, we eat
We celebrate.
and we laugh. So can we laugh now? I don't know. It might still be too soon, but laughter is healing.
It is. It's a big part of healing, and we should be allowed to use that in our spaces to come together. I don't think it. I think it's more. I think the community might be more mad about who said what, because when it's about somebody in our community laughing about our trauma, we don't get that backlash. We laughing together, ha 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 ha. But I think because Tony Hinchcliffe is a white man, and he was making all those jokes, and I think this because it came from a white person. But we accept. I don't want to say that we accept everything, but we're just we let everybody kind of, we say we're in kind of thing, like it's okay to let people. So I'm not saying he's in or anything like that, but comedy wise, I think he should be okay with making those jokes, and we should just be able to laugh and move forward, because at the end of the day we're making those jokes ourselves, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
and sometimes I guess there could be a fine line, but
Mhm.
hey, had he roasted me like that, I would have roasted his ass right back.
And
I
that's what
mean,
Cheryl did.
got that. She said, you want this. You want this. You think
She
you want
did.
you die every time you tell one of them whack ass jokes.
Oh my gosh, she did. She said, "You thought you hurt my feelings by talking about my dead husband," and that's what I love. I love that about her, and I love that about, I haven't watched many roasts, but from the ones I did see, they always taking it too far. They
They
take
take
it
it too
there.
far. But let me tell you what came to me. I saw Kevin Hart, and he was laying back, and he was like, "It was a roast, people. It was a roast," and it made me think
Mm-hmm.
about this. What actually is a roast? You have a roast. You have a pig on a stick, whole bunch of people sitting around, and that pig just rolling on that fire,
Mm-hmm.
rolling for hours, and everybody sitting around waiting to devour,
That
getting
pig.
this pig tender, waiting to devour. It's a roast.
And
It's a
they did
roast,
that. They
and they
roasted the
did
hell out of
that.
Kevin Hart.
They did that. When they said Kevin Hart Kevin Hart family came over on a boat inside a bottle, baby.
Oh no, I didn't hear that. Oh no. It came over in a bottle. Oh my gosh.
His slave ship was so little because his family was so little, it was inside a bottle.
Oh my God, that is too funny. Kevin is a small man. They hit on different points. They even got on him in the Diddy parties. Cat Williams came out and talked about him in the Diddy parties. That's a suspect activity there, but does it go too far with everything that Diddy has been accused of and is being imprisoned about and stuff like that? Is it too soon to make these jokes type thing like you was just saying? And in my opinion, I'm gonna say no, because like you said, I like to laugh. So if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh, and I'm sorry, that's just who I am. I don't care who it's coming from. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't care who it's coming from, but in a comedic area where we're coming together to enjoy things like that, I'm gonna laugh.
But now, Cat didn't come up there to joke. Cat came up there to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
This as jokes, because to me he was dressed like the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Like he came up there to he came up there
for business.
He did, and he said he was like, well, whatever charges against Kevin Hart, they didn't stick because he had all that P Diddy baby oil on it.
He did. Like, whoa, like what was that?
And it's almost like, listen, don't do it then. And then you won't have to get that when it comes to something like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely not for the faint of heart. You definitely have to be mature to a certain level. And I feel as if those entertainers, they make so much money. They live such a luxurious life, honey.
They don't
care.
They don't care. They don't care. That's we should just laugh and move on. I feel like the world, it is much more sensitive from when I was and you were coming up. I think we can both agree on that. The world is much more sensitive than what it was, because growing up you used to could crack on anybody about anything. I'm saying, like, I done seen some Die Hard Your Mama roast, and like little just people getting on each other back and forth, ragging on each other, as my mother would say. And it gets pretty personal if you really get into it. It gets pretty personal, but you got to be man enough to laugh that shit off and move on. So as a community, I think we need to, well, you know what, that's gonna be kind of hard to say. We need to laugh about it and move on.
Yeah, I think the only thing I will say though, okay, because you got to think, Kevin had to choose the comics. He understood that they understood their assignment and that they were gonna come with it. I do believe there was Netflix also knew who was coming on there.
They did.
Nobody was surprised by what was said. And we also know that any attention, even negative attention, is attention. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's clicking on it. They're making money. So we could sit around and be
cry.
mad and sad and cry. But they're taking all of that to not even the bank, to the cryptocurrency ball or whatever.
And they living off of that. They getting money off of that. Like, oh my God. And we around here crying about it.
Talk about my big nose. Talk about my crooked teeth.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about. It don't even matter at the end of the day, because people gonna, like, it's always, everybody get talked about, and they gonna talk about you to the day you die. So it don't even matter. They talking about George Floyd, and he talk about him looking up, laughing, or whatever in the hell they said, whatever. And he's dead, so it don't matter.
I'm gonna say this though. If you do some research about George Floyd, I ain't gonna go too deep because I don't want to get kicked out of the blackness. But if you do some research on George Floyd, he wasn't an innocent man.
And that's what a lot of people, that's what I think, that's another thing, another topic for our community. We like to defend so much and not look at the bad
Yeah.
parts of the things that we're defending. And that's what another place that a lot of people always pinpoint when they talk about our culture and things like that. So that's a definitely a good thought that you're having there, because it definitely is something that we struggle with in this community. I'm going to say we struggle with it because we do. We'll talk about things and we'll defend things and put things down, but we're not looking at the other things that either people did or things that were done in these situations that make it just as worse. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense, sis. Yes, it
Good.
does. Yes, it
Good.
does.
So y'all go check out that Kevin Hart roast if you haven't already. It's definitely something that's gonna make your funny bone go ha ha ha. And y'all gotta stay with us because now court is in session. We are Simone and I are going to have a little debate about a little about have a funny debate about a topic, and she is going to defend the topic, and I'm gonna be the prosecutor, right, Simone?
Yeah, I'm gonna defend why you shouldn't.
Okay, so pretty much, we came up with the topic where can a significant other or someone you're just dating fix their own plate at a family cookout, or is it the partner's job to fix it for them to show that they're spoken for and taken care of? So, with that being said, I guess I will start off, and I'm gonna let you know up front. I think they should. They should get up and, fix their own plate. They shouldn't be scared. Like, I brought you here to meet my family. Get your ass up and hold my hand. Walk around and fix your plate. Like, that's all I'm saying. I don't feel like you should be uncomfortable fixing your plate when I brought you here to mingle and be with my family.
I'll say this. My grandmother did not play everybody going in her pot and in her kitchen and in her stuff. So a person being a guest at a cookout that was hosted at my grandmama's house, said person, as my mom would say, your little friend, your little sad person, have to sit there and wait until I make the plate. They can't just get up and be all in the stuff and doing whatever they want to do with the food. No, we don't
Well,
know you like that. Well, now if it's new, they don't get to do that. They don't get to do that. Significant
okay.
other would mean that the family has accepted them, not significant other because you like the person, but they have to be, in the family. But if not, no. My mama house, girl,
I mean, but
you don't
how
go up
you
in
expect
the.
me to get in the family if I don't come around and fix my plate and talk to grandma and talk to everybody at the plate at the table? I gotta let it be known and wash, and I'm wash my hands. I gotta let it be known that I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, we know you there, sitting right there in that tree.
No, no. See, I feel like I don't want to be rude to Big Mama and them. I don't want them to think I think I'm better than them or think I can't get up and do for myself or like whoever I'm dating in their family is my do girl or do boy. You get what I'm saying? Like I gotta show that I'm gonna get up and do what I'm gonna do.
Mm-mm. No, because and especially in my family, we know how much portions we're gonna do, and whoever you with might be greedy, you know,
Oh,
or might want to feel like, oh, they can get some extra plates or do whatever they
I
want to do and
would.
run some
I
by
would.
somebody else. No, no, no. As a matter of fact, the last family reunion I went to, they had an assembly line.
Ooh,
I didn't even get to fix my own plate.
ooh. They had an assembly
Yes,
line.
yes, and I had to tell my aunt so and so I wanted this, my uncle so and so I wanted that, cousin so and so was slicing the meat.
Oh wow! So they ain't even trust the family to make them. I don't look here. I done been there before. Now when it's like that, I get it. I done had those family functions where auntie got people. She'd actually had me handing out my fucking food at the
Right,
party. So I get that,
right,
but
right.
I guess
Yeah.
to each his own. To each his own. I'm gonna stand on this mountain where I want my spouse to get up and make their own plate because hell, I might not just feel like doing it. And what if I'm on the space table or something and you hungry? Like, go eat. Get up and go eat.
But you know what? Now I'll be honest. In my marriage, Either if I was dating someone, if I cook, I love to make the person's plate.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love to make their plate, even put the ice in their cup, pour the tea, pour the Kool-Aid or whatever, serve them the food. I love to do that. And I would, even when they finish their food, I would take their plate. When I tell you, I that
Mm-hmm.
was just something that just made me feel so wonderful as a woman.
It
Until
does.
I met until I met this one guy, honey, I made the mistake of fixing his plate. And he looked at me. He looked at me and he said, as long as I'm alive and as
Oh,
long as I have all my functions, I don't need you making my plate.
oh,
You don't
oh,
know.
oh.
He said, you don't know what plate I want to eat off of. You don't know
Ooh.
which fork I want to use.
I'm supposed to learn. Oh my
You
God.
don't know what glass I want to. You don't know how much I want. You don't even know when I'm ready to eat. He said, when you cook, you make the food. When you ready to eat, you fix your plate and you eat, and let me worry about me.
Oh, okay then. Okay then.
Friend,
Excuse me.
friend, I ain't gonna lie. When I finished crying, because nobody had ever talked to me like that before,
Mm-hmm.
at this big old age, it wasn't that long ago that it happened.
Oh wow.
Oh, that hurt my feelings so bad. But
Oh, because that's a
it,
love language.
but it was not his.
Mm-mm. Mm. Oh my
And so
God.
now, and I will say I'm single. I'm single. Like I don't care about none of that right now. So if I were to be in that situation, I would kind of pause because
Mm-hmm.
before, because it was something I like to do so much, I just took it upon myself and just did it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
ask. Even my
That's how
own
we do
brothers,
as women.
my daughter, everybody, everybody knew I fixed their plate. I cook and I fix their plate. Now I I would pause before doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just ask the person, "Would you like to fix your own plate, or would you want me to?" But not at my family house.
Not at the
You
family cookout. At the
no.
family cookout, you saying it's mandatory for you to fix that plate. Well, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about this topic. Should your partner fix their own plate or should you get up and do it no matter what? Y'all let us know and please drop it in the comments because we want to know, right, Simone? We want to know.
That's right. You wanna know.
Now, y'all know Annie Herb loves good news and soft things. She loves spreading the love. So today, to close the show out, we are going to shed some light on a black family, and I want to call it a little success story. I feel like it's a little success story, and it warmed my heart so much because I had my daughter early. I had both of my kids early, but my daughter, she's the one that survived. So my daughter came early at 25 weeks or something, 22 weeks or something like that. Anyway, she was early. She was 1 pound 6 ounces. So this story touched my heart because these twins,
Mm.
she had triplets. Her name is Martrine Morency, and her triplets. 22 years ago, she was told pretty much that they were gonna either die or they would be born blind. So
Mm.
they were telling her pretty much to terminate the pregnancy or whatever because it's so high risk back then, I guess. And she was like, no. And she had her babies. And now 22 years later, they're graduating and they're going to college. They are going to
Awesome.
I'm sorry, not they are going to. They are 22 years old now. And she had two boys and a girl, and the link is going to be posted in the description so that if you feel like you want to go take a look or if you want to read the rest of the article, it is there. But yes, they are definitely adults now. They survived. They don't have any issues that the doctors were saying, and I feel for that mother so bad because they were telling me that my daughter was gonna also be blind and have all these types of issues and this, that, and the third. And when your child beats those odds, when any baby beats those odds, it's a beautiful thing. It's a
Yes.
wonderful thing. Because doctors, I don't want to say they're sent to scare us and stuff like that, but they'll say things and we don't understand, and it sends us into stress and panic mode about our kids. But I'm happy she didn't reduce or terminate her pregnancy, because they all three of the twins have graduated college now. How do you feel about that, Simone?
That is so awesome. I actually, my youngest daughter was born early, not super early to where she was, like the liver wasn't all the way,
Mm-hmm.
she was jaundiced and stuff like that. So, but I couldn't imagine having babies, like you said, as early as you did or she did, whatever. So I think that is
Mm-hmm.
really, really awesome that she went forward with it and that they have prospered and flourished and whatever. I think we really should advocate for ourselves, especially as Black women. Yeah, we know what's best for ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. And it's okay to find doctors that you feel are for you. It's okay to find Black doctors. It's okay to find whatever
Yes, I
you
do
feel
that.
is for you. Yeah, search out. I do. I recommend Black businesses, Black doctors. I feel like because we know our bodies more, and as a Black doctor, you should definitely be studying the body of what you are more, so you can understand it better for the patients that are just like you as well. So there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. I definitely recommend it. Hell, have two doctors if in between trusting one or the other. But the triplets, and I'm sorry, I said it wrong earlier if I did. They are graduating college together. So they already been through high school and all of that. They're graduating college now, and they are saying, Janelle, which is the girl, she plans to go into trauma surgery. And one of the boys, his name is Nathaniel, and he's pursuing his master's in cybersecurity. And Gabriel will attend Johns Hopkins for a master's in electrical engineering after completing his fellowship for Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good, y'all. Y'all wish them luck.
That is, girl. Yeah.
Big up. Big up.
That's what's up. I like that. I really like that.
It is, and I do too. Don't forget to check out that link below, though, if you want to read the whole story. And we're going to be back with another episode. We're going to be back with more fun and more topics. And hopefully you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And never, ever forget to stay max to the Black, y'all.
That's right.
See y'all next time.
It's maximum blackness.
Bye.